Hello and welcome. My name is Kimiko Rux, and this is my first video for my YouTube channel. I never thought I'd be making these kind of videos, though since the pandemic started, it became a increasingly looming thought, and I started wondering on what it would be like. And my husband has actually been interested in doing videos, firstly as game reviews, movie reviews, and we're planning on doing a couple quizzes for couples. A couple of quizzes for us being couples. I can't wait mostly to share my experiences. I have had many jobs. I've had multiple jobs, and not once have I, through my job journey, have I thought, I can be here for 10 years or so. I found the one place I want to be at forever. Every job has felt like a pit stop. Learned a lot of things along the way. So I almost feel like my job in life was to have a bunch of jobs to learn from. Most recently, at my current place of work, I gained a desire to go to massage therapy school. I am currently a receptionist for a massage therapy center. It is such a blessing to work with healers. These people, their vibes are amazing. There are clients that walk in and they look miserable, and then they walk out looking so happy and relaxed and with more mobility. Or over time, I can see people getting better and better and better. It's a beautiful thing to see. In a short period of time, I found myself I feel like this is the thing for me. It got to the point where I signed up for classes and I got accepted to the National Holistic Institute, where I was able to go to take classes for about a week. And then unfortunately, because of an exposure, that was one exposure, and it got me to not go anymore. It affected my work. The fact that I couldn't go to work, it made my employer upset, and it became a huge inconvenience. Unfortunately, this being a profession where everything's hands-on, and for it to be moved for even for a few days to online classes, I felt like that was going to be a huge hindrance for me to learn what I needed to learn for a hands-on kind of experience. And there are days where I wish I didn't make that decision. I wish that I actually had stuck to going to the classes, because who knows, by now it could be almost done. The celery. I am here now. I've been doing my best not to feel so bummed out about it, because things happen for a reason, and it gave me more time to get better at my current job. Although getting better, well, I don't know. I am who I am. I do try my best. There's only so much that I can handle. There's only so much I can do. I get distracted very easily. I lose my word footing very easily. It's a surprise that I'm even able to speak in front of a camera. Kimmy, just get your words together. It is hard for me to talk in front of a camera. I've done so many practice videos. I feel like I have spoken better through most of them when I wasn't thinking I'm gonna post this one. I'm gonna post this video. This is intentionally my first video. I could tell there's already quite a bit of editing I have to do. Anyways, so I've had quite a few jobs since I was 14 or 15 years old. I'm tired. I've been working for so long. It feels like I am tired of just not finding the job that makes me happy to jump out of bed and get to it. Every job has felt like work. I feel like I am work for myself as well, because I'm the kind of person that I like taking pride in my work. And once I am trained to do something well, and I put my own twist into it, and I do it well, and people can tell it was me that did it, I become very proud of that, and I am happy to always be helpful. And whenever that doesn't play through, if I make a mistake, no matter how big or small, I always feel just as bad. I feel horrible. I feel like everything's ruined because I didn't do something the best that I wish I could have. That kind of, it's high expectancy of myself. Sometimes having high expectations of yourself at a certain rate is not healthy. I've learned that because of how I view the things that I should be doing. If I don't do it to a certain bar, I become very disappointed in myself, and that has gotten me to either quit or just not want to try at all. And there have been years where I have not worked, and then there have been years where I worked but it feels empty, not satisfactory. Like, yeah, I can get the job done, but at what cost? To my mentality, to my health, to my personal safety. If anything seemed like wrong to me, I'm actually going out of my way, trying harder to do better at something, but at running the risk of hurting myself or being a worse person to myself. Luckily, one way or another, I saved myself by stepping back and stepping away. So there have been so many jobs that I have left. I never been fired. I never been told to resign. I feel like that might change because I am getting older and I am trying, but for once in my life, my current job, I feel like I am ready to call it quits, but I want to keep trying. Sad thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be given that chance. I feel like I pressed enough buttons. People can be patient, only so patient, and I'm always grateful for anyone who even tries. I also understand people have their limit. Even though it's the time of COVID and people need workers, that doesn't mean they have to settle for less. And I feel like lately I've been the less. I feel like I haven't been bringing a lot to the table at work. I could keep saying I did my best, I'm doing my best, but my best is not enough. I'm not a professional. I am not the most organized. I do not have the best memory, and that is the most challenging part, I believe, because to remember crucial things helps things flow well, obviously, and if you keep forgetting certain things, well, there's a problem. I can only do so much. I set alarms and whatnot. The fact that lately I've been slipping to the point where I set alarms but for the wrong day, or I have my list of things to do but I didn't really accomplish it the whole way through. Those kind of things happening, unfortunately, is enough for me to be like, I definitely need to step away because this is not for me. You know, either a job it's not for you or you're not for it. As a receptionist, basically that job is being on top of quite a few things. My current employer is trying to have me do that and a little more. Unfortunately, I don't think I could fulfill the duties that she's trying to bestow upon me. Unfortunately, that's giving her more work to do, and I do feel bad by considering leaving. That's just gonna leave more on her plate, and that makes me feel extra worse because although it's my employer and I feel bad for her, I also feel bad for the business owner. I've grown to really, really like her. Like, she's an amazing woman and she's accomplished so much, and she has the kind of persona I wish that I was around growing up to become like. Very cool demeanor. She knows how to make a place flow. She knows how to let positivity flow, and she knows how to bring out the calm in me. Like, I could be so tired and so low. I could feel not well, and then she comes to the room and I'm like, oh, thank God she's here. To find myself going like, I don't think I can help out her place of business. It just makes me feel really bad. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and if it's not, don't force it. I've already had these thoughts crossing my mind of leaving this place, and unfortunately it always comes back to this, you know, I'm not meant to be there. With that, it's a matter of being honest with myself and being honest with my employer and the business owner, and say, you know, like, you know what, this isn't for me. Although this is a time of COVID, like, this adds more suffering to the business, and I hate to be that person. They'll be like, well, we were doing fine till she came along. That's a very heavy spot to be in. So I am currently filled with a mixture of emotions that I'm sorting out and trying to set straight. I'm letting myself, for once in my life, feel out the process of like, well, I feel kind of cruddy. So let's actually sit here, take a moment to understand the cruddiness. Where is it coming from? Like, why? and what I'm going to do about it. Take that moment to self-reflect, because in the moment of self-reflection I learned could also bring out the possibility of solutions. When I was younger, I never took the time to take these sort of steps, and I hope that I can pass this on to others who can relate or who can understand where I'm coming from. I'm a grown child of divorced parents, and I have 2 long-term relationships that crashed and burned. And then luckily, it's only within recent in my life, in the last 6 years, that things have been falling into place. So it started with meeting my husband and getting to move in together, slowly but surely getting our home sorted out. This process, although it's been slow, I see it as gracious. I see it as I'm a bit of a turtle. I take my time. I don't race. I go through the line. I don't try to cut. But I dwindled in the back of the line, and it took me this long to get to this place in life, and to finally be able to say, hey, I can look back at the things that I've done, I've accomplished, and I feel like I can actually put it out to the world and share it, hopefully help others. So I feel like I had no purpose until I started thinking like, what I gone through can help others. I don't see myself as that significant. I always viewed my life as kind of like boring. Well, not exactly boring, but it had its dull moments and lame moments. I shouldn't get it twisted. It had a lot of lame moments. It was never dull, but there was quite a few things that happened that I wish did not happen, didn't have to happen that way, but that's what it took for me to learn who I am and to get to where I got today. And honestly, like, the fact that I can smile the way that I do these days, it would not have been possible if I had not taken the time to reflect on myself and work on myself. The fact that COVID came along, that really got me to shut up, sit down, and think. These times bring out a lot of emotions. And on top of that, to keep going through life and then circumstances happening, giving you more emotions to go through. For me personally, it stirred me up. Like, the fact that it got my pot all boiling, and I found myself, like, slowly but surely, I had enough. I've had enough. I need to do something about this. I'm finally, like, fed up enough. I'm scared enough. I am done enough. I need this change in my life. I want to see others glow too. No one's problems are my responsibility, but I feel like I could at least contribute to their happiness, at least some relief, some peace of mind, because that's what I wish I had. I wish I had peace of mind. I wish I had reassurance. I wish I had someone who would have come up to me and go like, I can obviously tell that you're in trouble, and you know what, here are some resources for you. These are steps that you can take. Not everyone gets that. I'm not saying that I can be that person, but if anyone's looking for a place of understanding when it comes to not sure if you feel like you are enough, if you're doing enough, if you keep going through a lot of jobs and wondering, like, if it's not them, it's you, understand that it takes time, but if you learn self-love first, you become compassionate and patient with yourself. You can start to see why it is you're reacting the way you're reacting. Maybe it'll help clarify your mind and say like, hey, actually this job isn't that bad, and actually I can do something within it that is this good and stand out like this and help them out. That'd be great. I just wish that I could see that more often among people, to say I want to help others out and help them see they are enough. I'm sure you can go through so many YouTube videos and you will find so many inspiring people that are telling you you are enough, you are beautiful, sending so much love your way. And I hope that when you do look to those videos that you actually embrace those words, you actually take the time to hold yourself and be like, I am loved, I love myself, I am doing the best I can, and I am doing it every day. You're going for it. You can't sit idle and be like, I'm trying. No. Through the blood, sweat, and tears, we got to keep grinding. Through our pain and suffering, we will find the way. It hurts, but you're not hurting alone. We are all doing our best. Not everyone wakes up with a smile on their face. Unfortunately to say, it takes a lot of people a good minute to get themselves together and go like, okay, I have to face the day and whatever it takes to get them out of bed. It's sad that we can't really live our truths. Like, when you wake up and you're sad, that's okay. You are allowed to own it. You're allowed to go through those feelings. Take a moment, stay in bed a little longer, take a good breather, drink your water, hold yourself, tell yourself a mantra over and over again. You're like, I love myself, I got this, I love myself, I got this. Anything, any good positive vibes that you can give yourself through that pain. Keep telling yourself, I love me, I love me. And then you will start to feel it, a little start, a little something. It may feel silly, it may feel weird, but when you think about it, we need that. We can't always get it from others. I feel like it's a bigger gift to be able to give that to yourself. This is coming from someone who I can be so verbally horrible about myself. I say things that I wish I never said to myself. I've even done things that I wish I never done to myself. And it's not right that I put myself through that. It's such a horrible feeling, and I don't want that for others. I know we all go through that pain. It's okay. It's okay, and I'm letting myself feel it, and it's okay that you feel it too. To think of those moments, it's like, oh God, that hurts, but we need these emotions because we can't always help ourselves, and for this pain to show this way, it will hopefully get the attention of a kind soul, and they'll be able to see that you also need help. And who knows, they can be like, hey, you're okay, what can I do for you? Like, I got you, do you need a shoulder or just an ear? Anything, like I'll just sit up and listen to you, and just need positive vibes. You got it. We all will need that. I hope that throughout this journey I'm able to be of assistance in terms of sharing my experience and showing others that through having various jobs, it doesn't define you as a person who can't settle down, who can't make it, who can't make up their mind, or who can't gain a skill. That doesn't define you that way. It shows that you are capable of moving on. The fact that you have multiple jobs, first off, congratulations for keep trying. You got out of bed and you went for another job. New day, new job. If you've gone through like 10 in a year, I'm proud of you because you're still trying to obtain a way of supporting yourself. You're being a responsible adult and trying to be a functioning member of society. It's not easy. So, like, you got to remember to give yourself kudos on that and be nice to yourself and know that if this is not the job for you, it isn't, and that's not your fault. You will find something that's good for you. Eventually, I know I will too. It doesn't work out as a receptionist for me. I can find something else by the grace of whoever, of the nice spirits looking down on me. Maybe YouTube would do something. I feel like I am a bit of a boring person, but I have been reminded what is boring to me is actually interesting to other people. So if that's something that I can give to you, then cool. If I may, I want to send out a personal boon to all those who are watching this video. From my heart, with all my soul, I pass on positive vibes to you. I want to let you know that you are worth it. I see you. You are trying. There is hope. Be nice to yourself. We shouldn't feel like we need to put ourselves down. We shouldn't feel like we deserve less because we are not solid in a profession. I am 35 years old. I'm gonna be 36 soon, and I still haven't found that solid stability, and that's okay. I'm gonna let myself be okay with that, because it means that what is out there for me, I haven't found it yet, or it hasn't found me yet, and it'll happen when the time is right. I just gotta stay positive. I got to stay focused, be driven, be ready to put in the effort into what comes into my way. I'll get good at that. Hopefully for once something will get locked down and I'll be able to make my way and accomplish what I am meant to accomplish. I want to pass that feeling on to all you. Just take your time. Don't let others rush you. When the time is right, it'll happen. And until then, just keep putting in the work. Be nice to yourself. Other people's opinions do not matter. How they think of you is not your responsibility. What you are responsible for is your own actions and your own happiness and finding your own way. I hope that everything within good time comes to you in good graces and you find your way. And I'm sure we all will, one way or another, in the end, together. I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and I'll catch you next time.